Hello again, welcome back to the Results Centre live here from Pretoria as we continue to bring you the latest results. We continue also crossing to all our reporters who've been working around the clock to give you the latest from the different provinces. Let's go now to Sentleeng Lehihi, who is in Vryburg. And Sentleeng, I understand that some opposition parties there are already crying foul.
Most certainly, Griselda. Good day to you and our viewers. Tensions have been running quite high here in Huhudi and Vryburg in the northwest. We understand from opposition parties that alarm bells began to ring late last night during the counting process when they realized that the number of ballots being counted did not tally with the number of booklets issued for ballots. They said that, in fact, there were only 4 ballot books that were given in for this voting center here, meaning that only 400 ballots would be counted, 200 for the national and 200 for the provincial. But to their surprise, when the counting of ballots was proceeding, the numbers far exceeded the number of ballot books that were issued there. They said that the numbers went as far as 700, which to them raised serious alarms for there to be recounting. At this very moment, they've been recounting since the late evening last night, and this is still ongoing with party representatives from the ANC, from the EFF, and various other opposition parties are here keeping a close eye on this counting process. But to give us a sneak preview, because we've not been allowed to actually look in there into the counting, we are joined by one of the leaders here in this region of the Socialist Revolutionary Workers Party. Ntate, can you tell us what is going on? Why is the recounting? What did you notice last night?
What actually transpired is that party agents summoned us to come to the station due to the fact that the ballots did not really tally with the number of books that were issued by the IEC, and they did not tally by a very large margin. But the recent developments just say that that number has been reduced from the alleged 730 to 371. And recently it's been said that the provincial ballots kind of tally at the moment, and they are busy with balancing the provincial ballots.
I beg your pardon, you've been here for most of yesterday and today.
Yes.
How did we get to a situation where more ballots were cast than the books provided?
That is exactly the million-dollar question. We are yet to find out, as we have laid a formal complaint, that a thorough investigation be conducted. I mean, how did it happen in the first place for an inconsistency to be there by such a very large margin? I mean, it doesn't really make sense. And this is not the only instance. I mean, yesterday we were summoned to Huhudi Hall, one of the voting stations in Huhudi, whereby voting was the counting process was taking place with the door of the hall wide open, where we had this IEC staff gallivanting in and out of the voting station with taking boxes to the car. I mean, that is not proper conduct. When voting, when the counting process commences, no one is allowed to go in and out. Therefore, there is inconsistency from the side of the IEC. We went in to talk to the presiding officer, who was very arrogant. We asked for the forms that we lay formal complaints. He said to us, "Why should I give you the forms? For what good reason? I'm not going to give you the forms. You can take it to wherever you want to take it." So we are saying that we are not happy, and we cannot allow a democratic country like this one to allow unfair processes like this to unfold.
You are unsatisfied with the behavior of the IEC and how these elections have been conducted in this area of Huhudi. Tell us and explain to us where to from now. You've laid a complaint with the IEC. What is going to happen from this point?
What needs to happen is we need to wait for the leadership, the national leadership and the provincial leadership of the SRWP. I cannot speak on behalf of other parties to take this matter forward.
It is clear that the situation here in this part of the northwest is still going to take some time to come back to some sort of semblance of calmness. We understand that there's still going to be more engagements as the recounting is going on, and it's still going to take time to really understand how these numbers can be tallied. For now, back to you in studio.